All right. I'm recorded up. I got my boy YCImaging with me today. Got this whiskey right here. My dad got me this. This is my first time opening it, so I'm gonna pour a little bit.
What is that?
This is Redemption.
Redemption. That sounds serious as hell.
No, I know it's too serious, right? I'm gonna just pour a little bit up, you know what I'm saying? Because I be getting a little nervous on camera sometimes. Who else gets nervous on camera when they gotta make a little video of their self? You ever get nervous?
I get nervous when I'm talking about stuff that I don't want to say know about, but if I know about it, I can just talk all day about it. But if I kind of know about it, or I'm like learning, I'm in the process of learning something, it gets a little weird on camera for sure.
We're just talking today. This is a raw video of us talking. We're gonna have a conversation about creators in 2023 because we've been feeling some types of ways, right? Like, how you been feeling, bro?
You just mean about me, creators in general, or what?
Yo. Can you hear me? Oh yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
In general, like, as a creator, like with what you're doing.
Right now, I feel like I'm trying really hard to do something that's different.
Mm-hmm.
Not even in the sense of like doing something that other people aren't doing it, but doing it in a way that other people aren't doing it. Because I feel like it's a huge influx of creators right now.
Yeah.
And when you're just starting out, it's normal to kind of like try to mimic whoever you look up to, right? And in turn, you get a lot of people who create stuff like a specific person. It could be like you, it could be like me, it could be like Peter McKinnon or, you know, whoever the case. I hate to always say Peter McKinnon, but he's just like the biggest in the space.
He's the guy. He's that guy.
Yeah, he's that dude. So you get a lot of people who make stuff like that. So I just feel like it's an influx of creators who haven't found their voice yet. And it's not even that that's a bad thing. It's just right now with so many people, it just kind of feels like everything is the same. So
right.
You got that aspect of it. You got short form content that's popping up right now, and short form feels very it feels very like you have to do it. Like it's kind of needy. Like you got to kind of feed the beast. You know what I mean? You got to keep doing it and doing it and doing it. And
that's
I think that adds to the aspect of like
that's
it
how
kind
they
of
make you
rushes your
feel.
creativity.
Yeah, that's how they make you
And,
feel. Like you have to do this. You have to do this to be a creator in 2023 or 2022. It started, or 21, 22, whatever. It feels like, oh my God, like I have to start doing this now.
Yeah, and also, I mean, you know, with the influx of short form content, everybody's attention span is kind of getting shorter and shorter and shorter. So in turn, as a creator, that makes you feel like you always got to kind of stay in people's face. And that's never really a way I operated creatively. But I feel like with the influx of short form content and so many people posting every single second, I feel like I got to kind of keep up to an extent. But that's not ever how I really operated, you know? It's like once it's done, I'll put it out and kind of swaying my judgment a little bit. So,
man,
I mean, in a nutshell, that's kind of how I've been feeling lately. I also feel like I'm really striving to make something that's impactful. I'm really struggling, I feel like, as a viewer, to find things that really feel impactful and things that I'm not just filling my time with to just kind of fill a space of boredom. Because there's a lot of content online to just kind of scroll through and just fill in, you know, the 15, 20 minutes that you got while you're just sitting on your couch or you're in line checking out your groceries or whatever. So I'm trying to make stuff that makes people feel something. And it's kind of hard to do. I think it's especially hard to do when
the attention span's gone.
That's an aspect of it as well. You got people who don't have the attention span to watch the content, but you also have the aspect of having to make money, you know, so that in itself already puts you on a time limit, or like you got a time limit on what you can create. I can't sit here and make something for a month because it's like, okay, I got to keep the joint going and make the money because you got to live. So that's another aspect as well. I feel like I don't ever have time to make the meaningful thing that I'm supposed to make.
Yeah.
So
that's a good point, because I was thinking like this whole thing, it was like, don't be the wrong creator in 2023. So I was thinking, like, when you're making things as a creator this year, what is it that people are going to be making? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you going to be making entertainment, quick hit type dopamine hit content because you're trying to get views and followers? Or are you going to be making meaningful quality content that actually makes people feel something? And that's something for people to, as creators, to consider, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Obviously entertainment and quick hit stuff is gonna ramp your views up, right? And even there, it's like weird because somebody can watch something 100 times and they didn't really feel anything from it. They just kept watching it because it looked cool. Now you got a bunch of views, but it's not really, what is it doing? You know what I'm saying? But then you got meaningful content that makes somebody feel something and really impacts somebody and makes them make that move that they've been procrastinating on for a long time, or, you know, makes them realize, oh, you know, let me change my trajectory because what I thought was the right way to do it is wrong by following this genuine creator who is, you know, making this meaningful content, stuff that really makes me feel something. Or, you know what I'm saying, or client work. You know what I mean? Like, are you making client work? Because how important is client work now? I mean, I think client work is crazy important too right now.
Yeah, I think client work is underrated. I think client work has always been underrated. I think everybody has always been trying to transition from working for somebody and working for themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's crazy because the meaning of working for yourself was doing client work.
Be a creator.
You know what I mean? Once upon a time. But now working for yourself is being an influencer, you know, making YouTube videos and reviews or whatever the case may be. It's in terms of the filmmaking space anyways.
Right.
So it's just kind of wild how that term working for yourself has kind of transitioned over the past couple of years, because that used to just mean I'm a freelance creator. That's working for yourself. But now it's like, oh, no, I don't want to have a client. I don't want to shoot a music video. I don't want to work for this business, whatever the case may be.
Right.
And it's just been slowly getting to that space. And we've even had a bunch of music video directors that we've looked up to for a long time tell us that they want to do what we're doing. And we're like, why?
Crazy, bro. Like,
you
what?
Know? Yeah,
over time,
really
like,
understood that.
I don't remember specific names, but like directors at Street Execs and, you know, these people are shooting big videos. They're shooting for like 2 Chainz or, you know, and why would you want to stop that to sit in your office and make videos about the same stuff that everybody else is making videos about? Like, confusing.
I think it confuses me. That's a crazy concept. But I mean, to kind of double back to the point of people kind of wanting views, I think that one of the big mistakes that creators who are trying to be like influencers, or I guess like, I hate the term influencer, but it kind of is like it's the job title. It's kind of the job title.
I put it in quotations here on the notes for because it's like, it is a thing, even though it sounds sucky. It's like,
it sounds really stupid, but I think people who are chasing the influencer, I guess, job title, the problem that they're doing is that they're chasing views instead of chasing community. And I think it's really easy to chase views right now because of short form content. You just go out and you just make a bunch of stuff that you see as getting views. But I think that a lot of those views are kind of empty. And I think when you don't stick to a consistent message, when you don't consistently provide people a consistent value, then getting the views just doesn't really mean anything. You know what I mean? You're not getting reoccurring viewers. You're not getting people who actually care about you as a creator. So I don't necessarily think that chasing views is a bad thing, but it's a way to chase views and chase community when you push a consistent message or a consistent value. So I think that's just something for a lot of people to think about too. A lot of the views that you're seeing on Instagram Reels or TikTok videos, it might be a lot, but it's kind of empty views because it's not people who are consistently coming back to watch stuff. So that's just something to think about in the aspect as well.
Bro, it's like people are going for trendy audio. It's like people are driving this into other creators' minds that get a trendy song and just add footage to it. It's like almost like do anything you can to just put out something rather than what is this going to do for people? How meaningful is this? It's not that meaningful. It's like people are just taking, like, oh, you repurpose footage. Take your clips from 2 years ago and just throw it on some trendy audio, and that's content. And it's like, bruh, I get it. Like, you're feeding the beast, but it's like, what does that really do? You're not really adding substance. You know what I mean? Like, it's so crazy. That's why I say between entertainment quick hit stuff and meaningful and quality stuff, because the entertainment quick hit stuff is like, oh, let me grab this quick trendy audio and add this footage to it. It doesn't matter what it is. I could just be like a quick color grade. Like, let me show people how I color grade this clip. Like, no, it doesn't mean anything. It's like, oh, that looked cool.
Yeah.
Let me watch it back 17 times. And you got 5,000 people that watch it 100 times each. Now you got a bunch of views, but what really did it do?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What impact did it really have?
A lot of it doesn't stick with you. And I think that's always been my mind trying to like, that's always been me trying to wrap my head around short form content. While I do think that there are some really good shorts that give you really good information, like I think about like Photoshop tips.
Oh yeah. Oh, I've seen some.
I was like, oh yeah, okay, this is a good reel. This is a trick, a tip that I could do real fast. Like, okay, this is actually a really good reel.
If it's something informative,
yeah. Like, I don't want to dismiss the fact that you can create value in a reel. But the thing that I've been trying to wrap my head around with the reels is that, okay, how do I provide value aside from just a quick entertainment buzz and make something stick with people? Because it's very hard to grab somebody's attention in less than a minute and make them care about it or even want to revisit the video. So
right.
I don't know, man. That's just my whole mindset behind short form content. I think it's cool and I think that it's a way to get views, but at the end of the day, views are kind of empty in short form content. It looks cool.
Yeah.
But what does it do? How are you converting it to either a sale, to a consistent follower, or somebody you impacted? And I think if you could figure out a way to hit those three things, then the short, I feel like, is the one. But I haven't really figured that out.
I feel you. For years, bro, I thought about this. I was like, yo, once everybody gets good enough to be able to do the same thing, like make presets, make transitions, then what? Everybody's doing the same thing, so now nothing really is significant. You know what I'm saying? And even with that, it's like, now you got a bunch of people that have their offices hooked up. You know, they got the lights set up, like I got right here, whatever. Everybody looks cool. Like they know because they've been taught it. And now what? You know what I'm saying? We all look the same. Who stands out? Who's significant? And then I'm gonna just switch it. You know, social media money, like monetizing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like using these shorts to monetize or using client work to monetize. Well, I said, don't be the wrong creator in 2023. Are people trying to be like a creator that's making money on social media now, or are they still sticking with the client money? You know what I'm saying?
90% of people who are trying to make money on social media won't. Or, well, to an extent of it being a sustainable living versus the current job or gig or freelance business that they already have. And that's just point blank period. And I think one of the biggest reasons is that either you don't have the amount of time to be able to commit to it, because it does take time. Yeah. As easy as it looks, it takes time to sit down, film a video, edit a video, form a script in a way that is consistent and makes people actually want to watch it. Like, it does take time.
Right.
So any amount of videos that you're going to have to make a consistent amount of living. So 90% of the people who are trying to become an influencer will not. And that's just facts. You just won't. It's harder than ever, and it's just going to get harder with the amount of people who are doing it right now.
I think it takes time, too, to grow on social media to get monetization. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to build your following to be able to get more views. Like, you might go viral on one video, but that doesn't mean every video is going to go viral and you're going to make a lot of money. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But with a client, you could make, you know how much money you can make, and you can continue making that money instantly. I was thinking about this the other night. I was like, yo, client work, you can literally book a music video on Friday and make $1,000 on Friday. But if I want to make a certain amount of money on reels, on bonuses, I have to make so many different videos, and I don't know what to make. I'm just going with the trends. I'm just going with the flow. I'm just following what everybody else is doing, like robots. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he did that. That got a lot of views. Let me try that. You don't know if it's gonna work. You don't know if it's gonna work at all, and you're just consistently guessing, throwing things out, and you're not making any money off of it. But you could make money off of like a client instantly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's instant money compared to a long haul of work and guessing games and algorithm battles. It's crazy. Like client money versus social media money, man. I think that clients are very important more than ever now than they were before. Like we used to make good money off of like clients. We used to make good money off making music videos because we hustled. We shot a bunch of music videos. We edited them quick. We got them back quick. We made money. It was boom, 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 boom. Social media, you're not making that money like that. It's going to take time.
Nah, not off rip. Definitely not off rip. It's not impossible, but it takes a lot of time. And I think that a lot of people who think that they're going to fully transition into being an influencer, nah. I think like it's people's goals on social media are like, okay, I want to start a YouTube channel. I want to get my 40,000 watch hours, or 4,000 watch hours. I want to get monetized.
Right.
Bruh, it took me a year to get a check on YouTube after being monetized. Like, and the check was like $100. So
that's crazy.
Like the term monetization is so flat because even though you're monetized, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to make a lot of money. You're not going to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
99% of the time. And we just saw Shorts monetization roll out, which is cool and it's exciting. And I know a lot of people were excited about it, but the CPM?
It's
RPM?
so low. It's so low. Oh my God, it's so low.
Yo, it's crazy low. It's like 4 cents.
For the time you have to put in.
I've seen it anywhere from 2 to 10 cents per 1,000 views, which is crazy. That's not a lot of money. Evan Ramp just put a video out today, a short video, and he said for the 1 million views that he did in the past month on YouTube Shorts, he made a total of $56.
Yeah.
$56, yo. $56. To put that in context, like the last video I put out on YouTube probably made at least $100. And it wasn't even a big video, but it just goes to show like a lot of people who think that monetizing shorts in just strictly the form of running ads on it, they're going to make a substantial amount of money. It's highly unlikely.
No.
Highly unlikely.
$56, bro. You could literally be like, we could go back to like pushing carts and make $80 in a whole day. And we could literally not have to do anything. No mental struggles. You just listen to music in your AirPods, pushing carts, like literally. Like, all right, my bad. I had to change the battery on my camera, whatever. Like, this is the first time I'm doing this. Like, whatever. Back to what we were talking about. You could literally push carts and make more money than that. And you know how much mental capacity it takes to make all these different reels. And you have to consistently be different and creative and come up with all these different ideas. What can I do? How can I catch their attention instantly? How can I keep them there? What even matters? What is relatable? There's so many things you have to mentally think about. You could literally do, like the whole point of me doing music videos was to not work a job that was for somebody else and build somebody else's career. And I know this is the same for you. And we could literally make more money than we should working for a 9-to-5 type of situation. And now that there's a abundance of creators, it's drastically changed direction, and you can literally make more money working at Target. Like you could work 8-hour day at Target and make more money than it would take you to make what 20, 30 reels of different time shooting and editing and coloring and all this different stuff.
Nah, yeah, it's taxing, yo. It's a lot. I just recently did a video where I made like 10 reels in a day. And it took me like 24 hours. Sat down, filmed, bulk recorded 10 reels. And monetization wise, what I made off of that, strictly off of advertisement.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna make a video about this in detail, but I made a little over $100 in Instagram bonuses.
Bro.
I made
Bro.
probably like $10, maybe not even that. I think that might be a stretch. I made from like $5 to $10 on YouTube Shorts, and then I made $0 on TikTok.
Man.
And this is from somebody who has a following.
I was gonna say you have a following.
A lot of followers.
Yeah,
you know,
you have experience. You're very knowledgeable on how to piece together a influential type of video, I guess to say.
Yeah.
But you're very knowledgeable on how to structure a video for other creators to learn from, which a lot of people aren't. They're just getting into it and learning it, and that's it. That's all they gave you. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was a lot of work. It was a lot of work, and
I already know.
It's just like, man, as a freelance creator who might already have a sustainable gig going, a sustainable business, is it really worth it to jump out there in the deep end and try to make money online, on YouTube, on social media? I don't know if it is. It all depends on how much time you got to put into this, or how many different responsibilities you already got. Like,
yeah,
and some people trying to jump out here in the deep end, and they got kids, and they got rent, they got car payment. It's just like, yo,
crazy.
You should probably just invest all the time that you have into your business.
Client
you
work.
Make a lot more money.
Client work, bro. Literally, you could shoot. I'm talking at the bare minimum. You could shoot a music video for $400, and that's way more money than. I'm gonna use Evan Ramp, his video as an example. 1.1 million views, only $56. That's way more money. $400 is way more than $56, and all you have to do is go out for a few hours, shoot a couple scenes. You really don't even have to put any post-production or pre-production into it. And then post-production, you can literally edit it down in a night or in the morning when you wake up or before you go to sleep. And you've made so much more money.
You made way more money. I mean, you get $1 million on a long form content. That's a lot more money, but that's also highly unlikely. And it's a lot more work.
Yeah, and we're talking about a guy that's popular on YouTube and Instagram. He's really good at what he does. He's experienced. He's done it for a lot of years. And, those are the numbers that he's getting. Yeah. It's no telling with somebody that's just trying to, jump, like you said, jump out in the deep end and see if something works.
Yeah, it's a lot of people trying to jump out there in the deep end. And it's a lot of other monetization strategies beyond content. It's not just ads, but you need following. You need a consistent view count to pull sponsors. And even then, your performance is solely based on how many people view a video. And that doesn't even necessarily determine if a video is great or not. You could be dropping ill content, incredible stuff. It still doesn't mean that people are going to click on it and watch it. So it's really, we already live on the edge as freelance creators with a business, right? So it's really no telling if we're going to get a client. You multiplying that by, I would say, at least 5 times going on to making social media content, because it's like, you have no idea if nobody's going to watch it.
Right. No idea.
You have a higher likelihood of getting a client than getting an amount of views on a YouTube video or an Instagram reel or a TikTok video. It's kind of just like, it's luck of the draw, for real.
I just had somebody reach out to me I think it was last night. And he was like, I want to shoot a music video with you. I want a photo shoot. I want to consistently work. I'm like, yo, I could make so much money just doing this and not having to worry about me overthinking and overanalyzing all this social media content where I teach people or entertain people or whatever the case may be. That's like, why not? Why would you not? Why would you want to leave client work for influencer work? If you're able to make instant money rather than having to work a long time, it almost seems dangerous for your situation and your family. Just to be real,
it is. I think successful influencers do a really good job of painting the great aspect of being an influencer, because it is great. It is a great job. It's incredible, but
if everybody's influencing,
the likelihood of you becoming an influencer is not very high. Just like it was for us. It wasn't likely for us either, and it's getting worse. It's way worse than when we started.
Oh yeah,
because it's a lot more people who want to be an influencer.
Looking back
it's
on
way
it,
worse.
I feel like it was way easier though. Even though it was worse, it was hard. Looking back on it now, I feel like we had it easier because.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's way worse now.
Oh yeah. We had it easier.
Yeah, no, it's way worse now
at our time because it wasn't a lot of people doing it, and majority of the people that are doing it now learned it from people that started doing it earlier, like you or Peter McKinnon or people like that. They learned their skills from that, and then now they want to transform into being those people that they learned from, and it's like it's already taught. It's already there. The information's there already. Like, you know, what do you do now? Okay, you can make projects. Everybody knows how to use a tube light. Well, not everybody. I mean, I guess beginners and stuff, whatever. But majority of people know how to use a tube light because it's on YouTube. Majority of people know how to edit a music video because it's on YouTube. Most people can edit a video dope because they got your transitions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So why now more people coming into the situation trying to make transitions or teach the same things that they learned within the past 2 years? What's the point of it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, it's crazy, yo. It's a lot of content being regurgitated. It's a lot of information being regurgitated that's already been taught. And I think in order for people to be successful in the space, they need to come with something new. They need to come with something different. Yeah. And a lot of people aren't.
Oh yeah, that's like
a
the
lot
thing.
Of people aren't.
What I see other people that are actually succeeding in the Reels space doing is telling people to follow trends. Get the trendy music and just swap your footage out with it. But like I said earlier, what does that do for somebody? We've all heard the same audio. We've all heard these, you know what I'm saying? You don't find a happy life, you make it. Like, we've all heard these trendy audio sounds. You just putting your new footage on there, what does that do? It doesn't make me want to follow you. It's just like, oh, I remember that one. I remember that audio. Oh yeah, I've seen that one before. Oh, that was pretty cool. They did something cool with it. Anyway, swipe.
Yeah. You got to make people stick with something. I think one of the biggest things that I thought about too with when the influx of short form content kind of popped up is like a lot of people who are trying to chase views in short form content want to eventually transfer that over into long form content. And I think that a lot of people don't really take into consideration that it's not going to be a simple transition. Mm-hmm. Either way, like, right now at this current moment, you kind of got to really go off of what your viewers want. And if you consistently build your viewers up from making short form content, they probably don't want to watch a 20-minute video from you. And vice versa. Like, even like for me, for instance, I don't want to say super long videos on YouTube, but at least 8 to 12 minutes on average. Mm-hmm. My viewers don't want to watch shorts from me. And that's cool. That's totally fine. Not saying that's a problem or anything, but I think a lot of people are going to run into that same problem on the opposite side of it, where it's like, maybe I got 100,000 viewers. I got 100,000 subscribers from shorts. Let me try to transition and make long form videos right now. I know I'm gonna get 100,000 views on that. It's like,
no,
it's highly.
We don't want to see that from you. Just like they don't want to see. Unlikely. I'm not gonna say this, but I don't know if this is the case, but maybe they don't want to see short form content from you because they know that long form content is more informative, and you're very good at distributing the information through a more in-depth piece of content.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. I've never really enjoyed short form content personally.
Yeah, I mean, I can sit and watch it all day because it's just, as humans, we have addictive personalities, and just seeing stuff that could catch our attention back to back to back is going to obviously catch our attention. That's just human nature for us. But it does it help me? Does it mean anything? No, it's really killing my time and attention. It's taking the most valuable currency I have, attention, and burning it. It's like burning through, like, oh, I just won a lottery and I'm burning through it. I'm burning through the money, buying everything. It's like quick hit entertainment content is just burning through my attention. And you need your attention to work on things for your longevity and future, or bigger projects, meaningful quality projects, etc.
Yeah, time's important, but the reason why I don't really like watching short form content is that I never feel amped at the end of it. Like, I'll sit and watch a TV series and I'll feel amped after it. You know what I mean? But if I sit and watch 20 minutes of short form, I'll be like, bro, I am, nah. You know what I mean? I never feel good about it. I don't know. It doesn't push me. It doesn't inspire me. It doesn't make me want to do anything. It doesn't mean anything to me. It's just so flat. So
you said a series, right?
Yeah, I'll sit and watch a series. I'll even watch a 30-minute YouTube video. I've
been watching Ozark, bro. So good. I'm so behind, but it's so good, and I am like addicted. Like, I will stay up way later than I should to watch it because it has meaning. It has quality. It has a good story. It's not because it's just a quick dopamine hit.
Yeah.
If that was it, I'll just scroll to the next thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, being the wrong creator is something to consider. Like, do I want to really touch people and keep them here for a long time and be able to, you know, continue having support, or do I just want people to be entertained really quick? It's something to really consider in 2023 as a creator, because not only that, everybody's doing it.
Yeah.
It's like more and more people are doing it. Like, oh, okay, I'm gonna start my YouTube channel, or I'm gonna start making these shorts or these quick little videos. And more and more content is hiding the good, meaningful content. When I watch your videos, I'm like, yo, like, I felt something. And that's just real talk. Like, and I love that. I always look up to that. But when I watch a lot of other stuff, there's plenty of people that I've seen, and I'm just like, why did they do this? Why did they make that?
Yeah.
Why did I waste my time watching this just now? And that's just real talk. Like, shit.
You never want to leave a video feeling that way. And that's how I feel often when I watch shorts. It's like, bro, get this off of my screen. And it's entertaining content. It's cool to fill a couple seconds or a couple minutes in your day. But if you really want to build a community of people who like actually care about the stuff that you're making or care about the message you're pushing, I think it's very hard to do in under 60 seconds. It's damn near impossible.
Yeah.
It's damn near impossible, yo. It really is. You can give somebody a quick tip, and I think it's cool for that. I think it's really good for that.
Yeah.
Because not all videos need to be 10 minutes long. I can give you a tip in a minute. And I think that's great because it gives me the opportunity to get it out faster, and you can also keep it. But it's a lot of stuff you can't do in 60 seconds, too.
I was going to say, you can't go to Instagram Reels and search for something tip or information wise too. You got to stumble upon it.
Yeah.
Like, there's been times where I stumble upon something that's tips or informative or infomercial, I guess to say. Information. It's not like a searchable place like YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So you never know what you're going to get. I kind of lost my place right there, but, you know, shout out to the redemption. But yeah, those types of reels are cool though. Like, when you can learn something from it, or it's quick information, like, oh, I never knew you could do that. Like, that's cool. But a clip of color grading, like, who cares, bro? Who cares? Like, obviously, as humans, we're attracted to it because it's entertaining, it's dopamine. It's like, oh, damn, I do that. That looks good. So we're attracted to it, but it doesn't draw you in. What do you think is important for creators to be focused on trying to make nowadays? Make money off Reels, make money off YouTube, or make money off clients? What do you think is more sustainable and reliable?
I'm assuming we're talking about like new creators, or I don't even want to necessarily say new creators who don't really have a foot in the door on social media and they're trying to get into that. If that's you, I think it's cool to kind of dabble in it, but you got to realize that like dabbling in it won't really make you money either. So you can split yourself. You can split yourself on trying to hit the Instagram bonus and trying to make YouTube shorts and trying to run your photography and videography business. But you're not really going to make money on Instagram and YouTube just strictly off ads. It don't even really make sense. You might as well bet you're better off just investing your time into your business for real.
Yeah, it's
because
like
with that time you're trying to input, you're going to make 10 cents per 1,000 views on a YouTube short. That's on the high end too. It's usually around 2 to 4 cents. And if you're not doing millions of views, why are you investing this time to make $56 from a million? Referencing Evan Ramsey, obviously. It just don't really make sense. You know what I mean? You could take that additional time that it took you to make 10 reels and make a flyer for your business, or go do a photo shoot to make that additional money, or go do a client interview or shoot headshots or whatever, and you'll make way more money.
Yeah, it's kind of like what's your goals as a creator? Like, is your goal to make money, or is your goal to be famous? Like, do you want to be like a famous person? Like, here we go, Peter McKinnon. Do you want to be famous? Like, is that what you're shooting for? Or are you shooting to provide for your family, provide for your life, and not have to go work at Burger King or Target every day? Do you want to be able to have that freedom and make things? Or, you know, are you trying to just be famous on there?
Yeah, I would say if you're going to dabble, make long form videos. That's just the way I feel. Because I feel like even at least at that point, investing that effort will potentially build you a community eventually that will actually continue to support you. Like, I don't really know what a million followers from shorts looks like in the long run, because it's kind of a new thing. Who knows? Shorts, people who have millions of views off of strictly shorts might be able to transition and monetize and all these things. I just don't really know, because that's not really me. So I can't really speak to that side of it. So being a long form creator, I would say I am. Mm-hmm. If you're gonna dabble, do that. Even though shorts are cool and they're fast to make, they don't really have that much payoff other than a couple of views and maybe a couple of followers.
How do people stand out making long form content? Because obviously there's a ton of people doing it. But how do people find their why, their unique perspective? You know what I'm saying? Like, how would you say it?
I think honing in on what you actually do is the way to do it, and not trying to do it like somebody else is doing it. Uh-huh. So if you get on YouTube right now and you search up like a video about a light or a camera, right? You're more than likely going to see somebody in the office. They're going to be showing you cool B-roll of the light or the camera. And they're going to give you a couple talking points, and that's just going to be that. But if you already have a videography business and you already own this light and you already use it a ton of times doing whatever you do, whether that be photo shoots, weddings, music videos, short films, you showing it from your perspective on how you actually use it and not trying to formulate it into a typical YouTube video is what's going to make you stand out every time.
Specs.
So we're not talking about different things. You got a R5, I got an R5, he got an R5, everybody got R5s or some A7 IIIs, A7S. We all got the same stuff. We all talking about the same stuff.
Right.
It's the perspective that makes it different for the viewer. It's the use case that makes it different for the viewer.
Unique.
It's the originality of like your perspective on the thing that makes it different. Right. So don't come in and try to make the video like this person because you see it's working for them. That's what a lot of people do. So I think that if you want to stand out, you don't necessarily have to talk about different things to stand out, but give it from a different perspective to stand out. And I mean, even then, you're still going to get drowned out by the people who already get a ton of views. So,
right,
that's something to think about too.
It's abundance of content going out every day. In every avenue too. Like, it's not just our avenue, it's every avenue. Like you said, design, Photoshop stuff, Illustrator stuff. I don't see none of this stuff, but I've looked it up specifically just to see. And all these markets and avenues have tons of the same stuff repetitive as well. You know what I'm saying? Cooking channels, motocross channels, all that stuff.
Yeah.
There's
I would really
an
hone in
abundance.
on how, whatever you do, right? You don't got to do it from the perspective of just being a YouTuber, having a nice office, or whatever the case may be. I don't really know. Like, I think that's one tip. If you want to dabble. But what I will say is that from the perspective of somebody who already has their foot in the door with social media content, what type of money should they focus on? I think it's still best to do both things. To continue to do what you're doing with your business and do YouTube and Instagram, because I think that in itself gives a unique perspective that is relatable to an audience, where you see like some filmmaking YouTube channels, right? They make content about filmmaking, but they don't make films. And it's not even that it's necessarily anything wrong with that, but I think if they actually did make films, or they did make some sort of creative work, that the content may be a little bit more valuable or relatable to people who are actually in that space. It's hard for me to take somebody's, I guess, opinion or viewpoint on a specific piece of gear if they don't use it in the way that I use it. That's basically what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So I think if you do have a foot in the door and you're in the filmmaking space, I think it's best to do both things, because you having that business is going to give you a unique perspective from the things that you do talk about. My favorite filmmaking YouTubers are actually on sets.
Yeah. Mark Bone.
Who else am I thinking about? Mark Bone. What's the dude who does all the C70 stuff? Damn, what's the dude? Pitts. No. Lewis Potts.
Oh yeah.
Lewis Potts is actually making films. Like these are like, you know what I mean? Like, these people are some of my favorite YouTubers because they're actually on set. They actually have a perspective.
Yeah, you put me on a game with him. He's dope. He's definitely dope.
You know what I mean? I think having that foot in the industry and actually doing it is a unique perspective that people actually, rocks with. It's relatable.
Trying to do like 10 things or 20 things versus doing one thing. What do you think, man? Should you put all your effort into one thing, or should you try to split it up and do everything and be versatile?
Nah, I don't think that's the play.
I don't think
that's the play. And I think that if you do a bunch of things, you never really get good at one thing. You never really get good at anything if you do a bunch of different things. I used to think that like being versatile was like the play. Like, oh, I want to be the photographer. I want to be the graphic designer. I want to be the music video guy. I want to do events. But you never actually really get good at anything.
Correct. Yeah. Casey Neistat made a video about it a long time ago, and it still resonates. Like, I still remember it. He just talked about, like, instead of being halfway good at 10 different things, take all the energy and be great in one thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like people are like, I got to do reels. I got to do TikToks. I got to tweet. I got to post on Facebook. I got to put YouTube videos out.
You don't have to do that, yo.
Yeah, none of it.
You don't have to do that, yo. Contrary to like what a lot of people say, you actually don't have to make reels at all. You don't have to tweet. You don't have to do any of that. You
could literally just shoot your music videos and make your money and never have to post on social media ever. I mean, if you have a clientele outside of social media, you could literally just make your money, get your work done, and spend the rest of your time happily with your family or with yourself or traveling or whatever the case may be.
You could,
That is okay.
You could. What's the damn, I forgot that dude's name, man. The director who does all the Drake videos. He did like Missy's videos back in the day. Dave Myers.
Dave Myers, yeah.
Dave Myers literally never posts on Instagram at all.
Yeah, no, the greats don't post. Like, they don't care.
He don't post on Instagram at all.
He doesn't want to be a YouTuber.
A lot of my favorite music video directors do not post on Instagram at all.
In fact, they're very strained when they post.
Yeah, like,
they're very outlandish
you
and
don't
weird.
have to do this stuff.
Yeah, like, I think the more you don't post, maybe better, because it's your mystique. And I think that's a very important thing in 2023 as well. People don't have a mystique. You know everything about everybody. You know what people are drinking when they edit. You know what people are wearing. You know where people go on a daily basis to edit because of this fast-ass short-form content, reels. Everybody's showing every single thing about themselves to the point where there's no mystique. I think that's an important part that has been lost, from
I think that's very important.
the past.
Yeah. I think that I think that's definitely something important to think about too. I try not to do something if I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Even if I think that it's something that I should be doing, if I don't want to do it, if I feel strongly about not doing it, I'm not gonna do it, bro.
Yeah.
I'll take months before I post on Instagram again or do whatever the case may be, but I never really fall into the space of doing something that I feel like I should be doing if I don't truly want to do it. You don't have to do all this stuff, bro. You don't have to make a TikTok. You don't have to make reels. You don't have to even make YouTube videos, honestly. You could have a sustainable business outside of all of this.
I feel like I'm interviewing you. I'm not interviewing you. I'm here. I feel I got my feelings too. Like, I'll listen to yours first, but I'll say mine as well. But reliability and sustainability, where do you really think people should be focused on right now?
I said earlier a little bit, like, we kind of live life on the edge.
Mm-hmm.
Even as somebody with a business, you live life on the edge because there's really no telling if you're going to get another client.
Mm-hmm.
As an influencer, you kind of live life on the edge because you never really know if somebody's going to want to watch your video tomorrow. But I do think being on the influencer side of it, I think it's like 10 times more on the edge.
Yeah.
Because you're battling for attention.
Yeah. I got something for you.
You're battling for attention, right?
Right.
And it's not even necessarily a value game where you have a business. If you have a business that's valuable to people, I mean, I guess it's kind of the same with content too. If you valuable to people, yeah, obviously, they might continue to do it, whatever. But I think it's just worse with being an influencer because you're battling for attention.
Yeah.
And locally, as somebody who owns a business, you're not fighting for the attention of 100,000 people. You're not fighting with 100,000 people for a viewer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Locally, if it's say like where I'm at right now in our small city where we from,
mm-hmm.
I can only really name like 6 people who shoot music videos, and it's like if I'm okay, I can battle 6 people, but
oh yeah, we did
now with 100,000 people who want to make the same video that I'm making online, and I'm battling for the viewers' attention. Like, that is a scale that's crazy. It's crazy to think about.
That's a great perspective.
You know what I
mean? Mm-hmm.
It's crazy to think about it. So, when people ask, "Oh, is video too saturated? Is photography too saturated?" I'm like, online it's saturated.
Yeah.
Locally, not really.
Not at all, bro. Not at all.
It's not really saturated locally. You
I guess
might be in a hub and you might feel that way.
If you live in Atlanta,
you might be in LA. You might be in LA.
But,
you might be in Atlanta. You might be in New York and think that. But it's also a ton of people who need the services.
I was about to say, even if you're in Atlanta, like me,
mm-hmm.
there are a ton of videographers and photographers, and they're great. Shout out to everybody in Atlanta, ATL all day. But there's tons more clients. There's tons more restaurants. There's tons of music artists. It's not, it's a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? More is more in both categories. There's more photographers and videographers, but there's more clients. There's tons of people that need stuff. And everybody needs stuff, bro. What I was going to say is reliability. Not everybody online needs a tutorial. A lot of people know it because they've learned it from other people already. But in every city, there's a barbershop, there's a restaurant, There's small businesses everywhere. I say barbershop first because barbershop is like one of the most best places because everybody goes to get their haircut every day. So each barber knows an abundance of people that either own businesses or do something or make music or something, and they need services. The barbershop is the best place to go to find client work. There's people everywhere, you know what I'm saying? Like you got music artists, you got people that cut hair. All the barbers need content. Like, yo, I need to get some more clients to cut hair. Let me show how good I am at cutting because people don't know. Every time I go to a new, like if I'm out of town and I go to a new barbershop, I'm like, yo, I don't know who to pick. Let me go to Instagram. They ain't got nothing but some ugly pictures with the Instagram filter on it. You could literally pitch that to them. Like, let me make you some content so people know how good you are, know your quality, know your work. It's reliable money, and it's sustainable because, I mean, there's no rush. With Instagram Reels and this content inflation, there's a rush. You feel like you got to do it so fast. You feel like you got to put out stuff faster than other people. But with just doing client work, there's no rush. You just got to make sure that your client gets it in a respectable time. You know what I'm saying? So I believe in client work way more than what we do. And even though we do it, I feel like we got a jump start into doing it. And, you know, at a time where a lot of people didn't know a lot of stuff, and we helped guide a lot of people, but having clients is always going to be more reliable. You know what I'm saying?
I think having clients is definitely a less risky play.
Yeah.
In the grand scheme of things. I think that your position in social media matters heavily on whether I think it's realistic for you to just go all in on that. Because it is people who are eating. Like, you know, we make good money. It's cool. But the majority of people not going to get here. And they're not going to want to put the work in. Or they're not even going to have the time to put the work in that it's going to take to get here.
Yeah.
So I feel like if you already succeeding, I don't even want to say succeeding. If you already got a foot in the door as a business owner, as a videographer, photographer, why not invest that time instead of trying to split it into something that you don't necessarily even know if it's going to make you money?
Right. Into something that's reliable.
Yeah, something that you already know is making money. Why not invest that time into that?
And sustainability. You know? I mean, you can make one video for a barber a week rather than trying to make 3 to 5 reels a week.
Yeah.
That's not really sustainable. 100%. I mean, you got to make it so much more, spend so much more time doing it than if you were just doing something for a client.
Even if you make 3 reels a week, it's not going to make money.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if you do, it's not going to make money.
Reliability and sustainability.
It's not going to make money.
Yeah.
So it's
not
all
yet,
about what you're going for. Yeah, not yet. You might build up an audience, but it's going to take a ton of time. And it's like,
and with the increase of people putting content out and trying to all be Michael Jordan, you don't stand out. It's oversaturated. There's tons of people doing the same stuff. You know, you don't want to just be hopping on trends. I would say you want to really see where your unique perspectives sits. Do you want to make entertainment quick hit stuff and take your gamble, or do you want to make meaningful quality content and, you know, make people feel something? Or do you want to split it in half? You know what I'm saying? Do you want to make quality content, meaningful content that is very unique to you and your perspective while doing client work still? It's all up in the air, you know what I'm saying? I feel like some of the people that make content on social media still have jobs and still have like other reliable sources of income, and they can just keep pumping that stuff out on the side. And it may seem like a facade, like this is how they're living their life, but they also have other streams of income, because income is it's a big thing. We all got bills. We all gotta pay for our house. We all gotta pay for our cars and stuff. We can't just be shooting for the stars every week, all week.
Yeah. You gotta monetize beyond just making content.
Yeah.
Even we have to. I
Yeah.
can't. If I was only making money off Instagram bonuses and YouTube AdSense, I would have to get a job.
Yeah.
I can't live off that. So beyond just making the content and getting views, you also have to think about the aspect of monetization as well, because that's a whole nother can of worms to open up. How are you gonna make
Right.
money outside of this or capitalize on an audience that you might even build after investing all this time to build it?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's another aspect. You got to deal with sponsors, and you got to even find sponsors to get on videos. Then you got to make products. And it's just like, yo, it's a lot.
I was going to say, we didn't really
It's a
talk
lot
about
more.
sponsors or digital products or like other
Yeah.
forms, streams of income, but those are
It's a
very
lot.
significant to our ability to be able to make YouTube content and
Oh, yeah.
spend
It's
the time.
mandatory.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah. If I didn't have that, I couldn't make YouTube videos. I couldn't only make YouTube videos. I would legit have to go continue to do freelance music videos. Not that that's a bad thing, but that's just something to think about. Like, you might see us with 140,000 subscribers or 400,000 subscribers and think, oh, they good. They just make videos and make money off of it.
I can do that.
Hell no. Hell no. Even if you get here and you make the money, I mean, and you get the views, you still got to figure out how to make the money too. Because that's not something that's automatic. If
Right.
I only made YouTube videos and didn't have monetization strategies outside of it, I couldn't just make YouTube videos. So I think that that's something that people got to think about as well, because you have to think about the sustainability beyond having the viewership. I used to think, oh, if I got 100,000 subscribers, I could just make videos and make money and be straight.
Right.
But I can't. I literally can't pay my bills off of just making content.
Same. Same. It's so crazy, man. It's wild. Don't get caught up in thinking that you have to follow the trends and be like everybody else, man. You got to remember the biggest part of this, for me anyways, was to make money without having to work for somebody else, not trying to be a famous influencer online. It just so happened that we were people that were ahead of the game, right? And we taught what we taught, and now a lot of other people know it, and now it's just saturated.
At the right time. That's how I put it. We got in at the right time. It's like buying Dogecoin. You get in it too late, you're gonna get burned.
You're right. No, for real. That's a good analogy, because there was people that knew a lot more than we did, but they didn't get on YouTube and tell their secrets, or they didn't teach anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We looked up to a lot of people that had the information, but they weren't getting on YouTube. We ended up doing it. We made it happen, and now it's just oversaturated. So you got to decide what type of creator you're going to be in 2023. I guess we can wrap this joint up. We can do more of this. I'm over here sipping, you know what I'm saying? I know you ain't got nothing to drink.
I don't got
or
nothing
whatever.
today, but I be
we can
faded.
we can we can do more of this because I want to keep it real genuine and real authentic, as we've always done, on our YouTube channels, and not sugarcoating it. And I'm gonna pour me up a little bit more, I ain't gonna lie. And continuing to help people that are really trying to make money and not just trying to be I guess Instagram and TikTok famous and work their life away.
It's wild because the information in the videos that we make is so people can continue to make money in their business, and they're trying to leave it.
I know, it's so crazy.
The influx of information on YouTube and the filmmaking space is so you can continue your career and make your business better and make more money. And it's like people are trying to utilize that information to not make their business better. Right. It's crazy when you think about it. It's wild.
It is. We really you got some good ass videos.
We make videos and we give tips on how to.
That video that you did with me and Chaos. Mm-hmm. That was a fire video. There's just some really great videos that we've put out that have the information for people to live a reliable and sustainable creator life, but it's being swayed by so many other new creators because they're finding ways in this new short form content path. And honestly, I don't know how reliable those ways are. I don't know. It's crazy, bro. We just have put out a lot of great information, and I hope people take that and consider it and don't get swayed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest, y'all. I think that right now, client work is important. You can make so much more money just doing a quick job than trying to be who we are, I guess to say. And I say that with no egotistical mindset. We're just regular people. We're regular creators. We just been doing this shit from the ground up. You know what I'm saying? We're not like, we don't think we're famous. We don't think we're better than.
Nah. I think a lot of people who watch our stuff is actually better than us.
Yeah, honestly.
I see a lot of people's work and they be like, yo, bro, I look up to you so much. And I'm like, why?
No, dead ass. I see some people that are really good at what they do. And it could just be the way that they're posting it. But no, there's some really great people and they're like, y'all learn everything from you. I'm like, damn, you're really good. When did you learn that from me?
Nah, for real.
So yeah, we don't think we're better than or nothing like that. We just, I want people to see it for what it is. I feel like Reels and TikToks is kind of like a facade right now. And it's like that's easy. I can do that right now and I can make 100 Reels this week. But the fact is, algorithms control everything. These platforms control everything. I feel like I keep getting close to like summing up what we're talking about, but then I keep thinking about new stuff. Like the algorithms control everything. And I know algorithm is such a thrown around word and whatever, but they really do. Like if I owned Instagram, I would probably control how much seasoning people get. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me make sure they don't get too much, because if they get too much, then they're going to make too much money. So let me dial it back a little bit. Let me dial it up a little bit, dial it back a little bit. I don't know.
It's a lot of layers.
I'm thinking deep on it, but
nah, it's definitely a lot of layers to it. Yeah, that's why I say that being an influencer is 10 times more risky than having clients, because it's a lot of things that are out of your control.
Yeah.
Once you hit upload, it's kind of out of your control. It doesn't matter how good it is. It's not. That doesn't mean that it's gonna get views.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that.
One thing you always shed light on to me that I always remember is you always say the thumbnail is important, and that's just such a basic thing. Like what people see before they click on it. It doesn't matter how good your video is. It could be great. You could have put 2 weeks of effort into it and made it so good, but if it doesn't get clicked on, you're screwed.
Yeah. There's no telling.
I feel like that often. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I make
into a video.
I make great content, but I think that it's distracted by short form content nowadays.
You put your soul in the video. It's no telling if somebody's gonna click it.
Right.
That's what makes it 20 times more risky, 10 times more risky than having a client.
It's a big risk, man. And I tell my mentees that all the time. I tell them, yo, focus on getting good at your craft and not being an influencer. And a couple of them have changed their whole trajectory for that as well, because they realize, like, wow, you're right. Like, everybody is doing this, but I can make money. My whole goal is to stop working for Lowe's and be able to sit at home and edit when I feel like it and choose how I direct my time. But getting caught up in trying to be an influencer is gonna block that. You know what I mean?
Nah, for sure. 100%.
I don't know, man. This has been cool, bro. I'm just I definitely feel the redemption.
Definitely feel redeemed out here.
I definitely feel redeemed. I want to do more of these, man. And one of the biggest things for me is like, I've been talking about doing this for so long because I want everything to be so perfect on my YouTube channel, and it's so overanalyzed. I procrastinated so long on us just sitting down and having a drink and conversating, and I'm like extremely proud that we got to do this tonight, and just be able to pick your brain and me be able to say a few things and all that, bruh. I think it'll help people, you know what I'm saying? It's really important to be able to see people's perspective, like outside of making a structured YouTube video, man. So these videos, I think we should do more of these. I think it's dope. I think even like, you know, having a drink and opening up a little bit about things is vital for people to be able to hear. Because at the end of the day, we're all creatives and we're all trying to do the same thing. We're all trying to make money, provide for our family, make a life that's not, you know, traditional. Have fun, be able to make money off of ideas.
Nah, for real. Yeah, to sum this up, don't make reels. It's like,
don't make reels. Nah, have fun. Make reels however you feel like it. Do not follow the trends. You know what I'm saying? Do not. Just come up with your own creative ideas and read Austin Kleon's books.
Nah, that's the real gem out of this whole convo.
Yeah, the whole convo. The real gem is read Austin Kleon's books. It will literally give you the best advice. He's got 3 books. Don't Steal Like an Artist. I can't remember which one that comes next, but keep going. No, Show Your Work and Keep Going. Those are gems, man. I'm about to read that tonight before I go to bed. Yeah, appreciate you, bro. We're gonna drink together next time, all right?
Nah, I'm gonna have something. I'm gonna turn up. I ain't got nothing in the crib right now.
I hope you enjoyed this. If you did enjoy this, make sure you slap the like button. Go, you know, you probably already know who YC is. If you don't, there's links down below where you can follow him on his Instagram or YouTube, even though he doesn't post on Instagram that often. YouTube, he's got some of the best content I've ever seen. So, yo, we'll see you next time. Cheers.